What the hell is Saw Sports or whatever that last call was talking about? What the hell is that?
Guys are from Free Love, man.
Welcome to Third Coast Sports TV. It's your boy Wink, and I wanted to give my thoughts, man, on this whole Houston Texans situation with what they just did with with fucking Jadeveon Clowney, you know, this Laremy Tunsil trade, and all these other guys that they picked up in the process. First off, let's go ahead and get the big fish out of the way, which was Jadeveon Clowney. Now, you guys know that I'm one of the biggest Jadeveon Clowney fans, probably in the country. This man was traded away for a bunch of bullshit. It is no reason that this man should have been traded for two particular positions of the same nature who are not going to be in the right position to make plays on this football team going forward under Romeo Crennel. A real big mystery what nobody is even talking about, the fact that Jadeveon Clowney was traded away for two outside linebackers also means, one, you more than likely gonna end up playing Whitney Mercilus back at his natural position at an outside linebacker. Two, Romeo Crennel is sticking with a fucking 3-4 defense, and that's gonna be horrible for this football team going forward. We've suggested that this team should instantly go to a 4-3 because you still don't have the depth. Fucking Barkevious Mingo, who was fucking picked up number 6 overall in the 2013 draft by the Cleveland Browns, has been on 5 fucking different teams over the last 5 to 6 years. The man has made no real plays. He has made no real impact for any team that he's played with, and now all of a sudden he's supposed to be able to get it done with fucking Romeo Crennel, JJ Watt, and Whitney Mercilus all of a sudden. Yeah, cool. Good luck with that shit. This John Martin character, while he does have some upside, it is no reason that you trade somebody who has one player who has like 3 times the amount of sacks that they do combined with a 3rd round pick who Martinez ranking was just cut just yesterday. So this man has cut 5 consecutive 3rd round picks, 2 in one season over a little over a month and a half ago. It's no reason that this man should be in the position that he's in. Cal McNair, you're just as soft as your father. You make no football sense. You have no football logic. You and your organization are poorly ran. And I won't be surprised in the next 3 to 5 years if the Houston Texans sell the franchise. It's incomprehensible of how you let a stalwart like Jadeveon Clowney move forward, because fucking JJ Watt is not going to be able to do it forever. He is a great player. He's almost at 100 career sacks. But don't you think it would be more beneficial with the defense, with the guys that we're playing against this season? And while I understand your logic for going out to go get Laremy Tunsil, which I'm going to get to him in just a second, but you don't trade Jadeveon Clowney when you have to go against the best quarterbacks outside of Ben Roethlisberger, Aaron Rodgers, and it doesn't even matter. Those are the only probably top 10 quarterbacks that we're not. Oh, and Russell Wilson. You count everybody else, we're playing the best quarterbacks in the league this year. It is no reason that Bill O'Brien should have this power that he has at all. It's fucking retarded. Your situation is going to end in shit defensively. I mean, our offense now is our defense. We can never have 2 of the same things in the same token at once. We can never have a phenomenal defense and a phenomenal offense. It just doesn't happen. It may happen in a game. Henceforth, like the game we had against Miami last year and maybe against the Browns. We were clicking on all cylinders in those games, and we were able to punish the quarterback, get after him and to get him off of his rhythm, to make sure that the secondary came up big, and the secondary is going to be in a very vulnerable situation. Game planning against JJ Watt man, look, JJ Watt is not going to eat the same way that he ate last year. It's just not going to happen. Will he end up having anywhere between 12 to 13 sacks? Maybe. He's J.J. Watt. I doubted him a little bit last year, but only due to injury and because of things that was going on. The man has a healthy offseason, so he may be able to get some things done because he is J.J. Watt. I can't say the same for Whitney Merciless. The only way I can say the same for Whitney Merciless and he's able to get back to his 2015 form is if he's playing right outside linebacker, which he should have been playing the entire time, and Jadeveon Clowney should have been the right end. It makes no sense what this Houston football team is doing when it comes to players who make impacts on your organization, and we continuously let these guys get away, and they're going to go other places, win Super Bowls, or become all pros or household names. This always happens, and I'll more than likely end up giving a rundown of all the players that we've let go since 2013 who have gone on to win Super Bowls or become all pros or went to NFC or AFC championships with their respective teams. Now, I'm going to get off of the Jadeveon Clowney situation, and now we're going to go ahead and we're going to go into the Martinez ranking being traded for Carlos Hyde. I was never big on Martinez ranking. He wasn't going to serve any purpose for this football team, and this was probably a decent move because of the caliber of player. Now, Carlos Hyde has dropped. He has been around the league for a few teams. He played he had a brief stint with the Jags. He played for the Browns, didn't get any burn. He played for San Francisco, where he's most notable. But he has made no real impact, and he has been buried on depth chart since he left San Francisco when he was playing with Colin Kaepernick. I see no real situation where this man, him or Duke Johnson, make any real impact on his team because we still have inferior interior O-line play. The interior O-line is not going to be able to make any holes in outside zones in any power schematics or any ISO situations where we're going to be able to run right down the middle. The best logical sense we have Laremy Tunsil, you're going to have to go Laremy Tunsil at left tackle. You're going to have to go Titus Howard at left guard. You're going to have to go Fulton or Mance at center. You're going to have to go with maybe Max Sharp at right guard, and you're going to have to go with Shantrell Henderson as your right tackle. It's not going to make any sense to have any other line outside of the one that I just stated. That's the best. You have enough beef in the middle to make sure that you can take guys out of the game. Titus Howard has showed some things in the preseason that he's able to do, but is it enough under Mike Devlin? We're going to have to wait and see. Now, when it comes to Carlos Hyde, as I stated, he's able to get some things done. He can hit the edge. He has decent speed. He's able to pass protect. But is it going to be enough? I feel since the fucking Houston Texans are just giving out draft picks, you might as well go get fucking Melvin Gordon while you have a chance to. If you're going to do anything to help Deshaun Watson, and you still need another back behind those two backs, because two backs as it stands right now with the guys that you just cut in the preseason aren't enough. Go get Melvin Gordon. We can talk about building a Super Bowl contender. We can talk about at least being an AFC champion or a divisional round or making a run in the playoffs if you go out and you go get Melvin Gordon. I can't say that these guys are going to be able to pick up the scheme in enough time. It's more than likely going to end up being the middle of the season because the situation is entirely too strenuous. When you have guys like Demaryius Thomas who's played with far better schemes, with far better quarterbacks, and to come in a situation and be like, man, this fucking the offense is hard as shit. That just is going to tell you it's not going to be different for any other position. You didn't allot the time. You didn't make these moves in enough time. You did it because you got desperate because you saw that you have no depth. You're still not going to have any depth. And you're going to end up putting this situation, you're going to end up putting the Houston Texans in another situation once again. You're going to lose another year of J.J. Watt's career. You're going to lose another year of Whitney Merciless, and Whitney Merciless more than likely is going to be cut after this season. Because I just see, as it stands right now, the team is on an overhaul. While we still have great players at some positions, it's not enough. The secondary is still weak. The O-line, they don't even know what they're going to do with the O-line. Mike Devlin is still in the organization, and Bill O'Brien is calling your plays, and he's taking away responsibilities from Tim Kelly, who has shown a lack of football knowledge and a way to scheme these guys open so that they can have the best production that they can for the Houston Texans into this upcoming season. Now let's go ahead and get into the Laremy Tunsil deal. Laremy Tunsil on this team, I'm not as high on Laremy Tunsil as everybody is. While he is better than everybody else that we have on this team, he's going to have to step up and he's going to have to do amazing things when it comes to Deshaun Watson. He's like, as I stated, he's the best case scenario for what we can have right now. He's a top 15 left tackle in the league. So I will go ahead and I'm not really going to, really bash him, because there's really nothing to bash, because the Houston Texans have no fucking clue what they're doing and how to make deals. And they allowed Bill O'Brien to ship off 2 first-round picks, a second in next year. You already traded away, I want to say, a third. When it came to Jadeveon Clowney, you end up getting back a 4th and a 6th, and you shipped off a 6th. I forgot who was for him and Batamosi. I'm glad they got rid of that guy too, because he served no purpose for this football team. He wasn't a good special teamer. He wasn't going to give any real depth at cornerback. So ta-ta to him. But the Houston Texans gave up entirely too much. If this would have been for Trent Williams, you would hear no complaints from me. Now, while I do give a B+ grade for Laremy Tunsil landing on the Houston Texans, I can say getting Kenny Stills increases the day for what we have at the wide receiver spot. We had some questions. We don't know who was going to be behind Kiki. Now we know. Vincent Smith, DeAndre Carter, I believe, is still on the football team, and more than likely, he's going to have some spots where he can probably get in, get some reps with the offense, when guys are getting tired or they just want to scheme and, run a bunch of rub routes or things like that underneath. But as it stands right now, he's our returner. Keep him safe and never play fucking Kiki QT on special teams again. Kenny Stills gives us another deep threat option, an intermediate and short route. The man has solid hands. The man can run routes. He has great speed. And I think him with Deshaun Watson is going to bode well for this football team as it stands right now. But the Houston Texans gave up entirely too much. I know a bunch of fans are probably applauding this move. I'm like, oh, well, they made up for it with the Jadeveon Clowney. No, the fuck they didn't. The Jadeveon Clowney move is going to root. You're gonna see week 1 when we're not getting any true pressure on fucking on Drew Brees, and when we can't stop Alvin Kamara, and when we have no options to keep up with Alvin Kamara in the run game, you guys will now see, for all you Houston Texans fans out here saying, oh, I'm glad he's gone, because you dudes are too pussy to really agree and really know football and really see what this man provided, because you love to suck off JJ Watt. While that's your business, what you do with your throat, what I'm going to do is use my mind, use my logic when it comes to this football team, and make sure that we keep telling you guys the real. And for some of you fans who happened to be in yesterday's chat with excuse me, with Honcho, and had the nerve to tell us how we should and we shouldn't be talking, just go ahead and stick yourself. We're going to talk and we're going to say exactly what we're going to say. No man, no woman is going to come on our platform, tell us how we should talk to the fans of Houston who agree with us more often than not. We're going to give you good football logic, and then you want to judge us and call us females because we're not saying what you want to hear? Check yourself, and shout out to Jay Dizzle for handling that situation, because he spoke true facts. He spoke all the logic in the world, and at the end of the day, the Houston Texans fans will more than likely be back on our bandwagon once we find out that the Houston Texans season is going to go down the drain because the fucking defense can't hold their end of the bargain. Welcome, I'm Third Coast Sports TV. I'm Wink. You guys make sure that you check out my channel. Hit me up on Twitter. It's going to be a long season on the defense. The offense got a little better. I will admit that. But as it stands right now, Bill O'Brien is still the head coach, and he's doing entirely too much that's going to take this football team on a roller coaster this season.
Perfect.